Good day, class. Today we are taking the petty cash book. Now we'll talk about the petty cash book. We are talking about the book that is used for little expenses in the office. The petty cash book is managed by the petty cashier. And the petty cash book we are using for this is the analytical petty cash book. It is called the analytical petty cash book because it has columns for analyzing or breaking down what the monies are used for. Now, to make it a little bit faster, I have to copy the question and draw the format on the board using my ruler, because it's going to take time to draw and get exactly your exercise book on the board. So I have to take time out to do this first. So how do we post these little expenses that makes the main cash book to be free? This is how it is done. This is how it's ruled. This is the ruling for your petty cash book. You have the cash float. That's the amount that the main cashier gives to the petty cashier for him to be able to run these little or petty expenses. You have the folio column. We already know that the folio column is the column for page number. You have the date, that's the date of the transaction. You have details, what the money was used for. You have the PV number, which is the payment voucher number. A petty cashier will not pay out any claim without an approved payment voucher that is to be filled by the head of the department. So that payment number, that payment voucher number must be quoted by the petty cashier, or else the petty cashier cannot defend that money that is paid out. Then you have the total amount that was paid out by the petty cashier. You have the analysis of payment, like I said, the breakdown of payment, what exactly the money was used for. So what is used for is the column you are going to post on. Usually, for your level, they will give you the analysis column you are supposed to open. In your level now, they will always give you the analysis column. But if you are not given, you can be able to identify it. But for now, you will be given. And if you look at this first example, they gave the analysis column you are supposed to open. Office expenses, sundry expenses, motor expenses, and ledger account. Office expenses, anything that you have to buy for the office, biro, pencil, hotel bill, all these goes to office expenses. Sundry expenses is not specific. Little monies that are spent for different things that are used goes to sundry expenses. Motor expenses, little monies that are used for making minor repairs are what you put in motor expenses, including transport. If there is transport, you add it to that column. Ledger account has to do with individuals. If you have any entry in the question that has the particular name of an individual, it's to be posted into the ledger account. And if the question you are answering says you should open the different ledgers, then the only accounts you will open on your ledgers are the accounts that are recorded in your ledger account. So without wasting time, let's take the first example. This is the question for you to post the transaction within the month into this petty cash book. So here is your petty cash book. The first entry here is June 1st. You put it in the dates. You have June 1st. The detail there is your cash float. Since it's the money given by the main cashier to the petty cashier, it has no PV number. You don't put the total here, but instead you bring it here. The cash float was 8,000 naira. Under folio, the main cashier will record it in the cash book. So it's going to be CB1. CB1 means cash book page 1. Now the first entry has been taken care of. Let's post other entries now. The same month, on the 2nd, you have hotel bill. You are going to generate a PV number yourself because it is not given. The PV's numbers, they are not stated, so you are going to generate them yourself. So you start with page 1, and the total for the hotel bill is 900 naira. Now, that hotel bill is for the office manager. So you bring this 900 naira and put it under office expenses. The first transaction has been posted. The second transaction, that's the second transaction. The third one is on the 5th. Petrol. You generate another PV number, page 2. The amount is 700 naira. Petrol will come under motor expenses, 700 naira. Now you have the same on the 5th, stationery. (003). The amount is 550 naira. Stationery comes under office expenses. When you talk of stationery, we are talking about biros, pencils, erasers that were used, office things that were used in the office. Then you have on the 9th, Osaige G. Ledger account. They made it easy for you, so you generate another PV number and you have 400 naira. Ledger account 400 naira. Take note that all the PV numbers you are using, they should follow each other. On the 13th, you have postage. Postage for 4005, that's your PV number, 420 naira. Office expenses 420. The same on the 13th, you have stationery. 006, 100 naira. Comes to office expenses also. The same on the 13th, you have sundry. Sundry expenses 007, 180, sundry column 180. That is for the transaction of on the 13th. Now on the 20th, you have envelopes. Envelopes 008, 250 naira. Office expenses 250 naira. The same on the 20th, you have petrol 009. Petrol goes to motor expenses, which is 900 naira. On the 24th, you have another ledger entry, ledger account for Kelechi Madueke 010, 600 naira, 600 naira. Then on the 28th, you have another hotel bill 011, 430, 430. The same date, you have motor repairs 012 for 700 naira, and under motor expenses 700 naira. Next one on the 29th, you have office stationery 013, 380, 380. So from these, all the transactions have been posted. Now that the transactions have been posted, what do you do next? the next thing to do is to total everything on the board. So to do that, first of all, you rule again. Okay, so we add up now. This plus this will give you 1,000 naira. While for motor expenses, your total is 2,300 naira. Because this plus this give you 1,400 plus this gives you 2,300. Then for your sundry expenses on the 24th. Sundry expenses on the 24th, comma, sundry expenses 220. So on the 24th, there are two transactions on the 24th. You can still post it. Let's work without that. So for the 20 sundry expenses, you have 1,800, 180. For Kelechi Madueke, then you add office expenses together, you have 3,300. When you add this together, 900 plus 700 gives you 1,600 plus 550, 512 plus 400, you have 0,552 plus 420, you have 0,792 plus 100, you have 0,703 plus 180, you have 0,523 plus 250, you have 3,005, you have 900 to this, you have 3,400 plus 600, you have 4,000 plus 430, you have 4,430 plus 700, 0,315 plus 380, 0,155. So the total there is 5,510. These columns are closed. Your analytical columns are closed when it comes to this place. But your total column, the column for your total still remains. To cross-check if your total is correct, this is what you do. You add all your analysis columns together. This plus this, 1, 2, 3. 2300, you have 0, 1, 5, 5, 1, 0, 0, 0, you have 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 1, 0. You did not tally. What it means is that this total column, something is missing. This plus this, 0, 1, 2, yes, plus 2, 3, 0, 1, 5, 5, plus 1,000, 6,510. So let's see where the error is coming from. This plus this gives you 1,000. This plus this is 1,400 plus this is 2,300. 180, where you have, let's see, 900 plus 550. This is 5. This is 450 plus 420. This is 0781 plus 100 0791 plus 250 0322. Okay, this is 2. That's 10, 12, 222 plus 430 0562 plus 380 030 plus 1. That's 3. 30. That means we have to add up this again. Because we've cross-checked all these, they are correct, so we are going to add up this column again and see where the mistake is coming from. So you have 900 plus 700 0016 plus 550 0512 plus 400 0552 plus 420 0792 plus 100 0703 plus 180 05 plus 1 2 3 plus 250. We have 3 4 005 900 0044 600 0005 430 0345 700 0316 380 01456 6510. So you have 3030 plus 2300 330335 plus 1000 6330 plus 180 01. That's 456. It's not correct. So what I just did now is not strange, especially when you are working with your petty cash book and your cash books. You need to always cross-check that your totals are correct. So here is 6,510. Now that we've seen the total here, they said we should balance because we are going to reimburse on July 1st. So how do you balance? You come here and you get your balance carried down. How will you get this balance carried down? You take this away from the initial money given to the petty cashier, which was 8,000, and he has spent 6,510. So 0, here is 10, here will be 9, here is 9, here will be 4, and here is 7, from this is 1. So the balance that is carried down is 1,499. When you add this together, 0, 0, carry 1, 0, 6, 7 plus 1, 8. So here will be 8,000. You bring this 8,000 down, both totals must be on the same line. You leave a line space, you come down again. This time is going to be balance brought down. What is the balance brought down? This amount of money that was not spent by the petty cashier is what you will bring down. So here you have 1,490 naira. This is how it is treated. What we did first was post all the transaction, then we balanced our account. Most students have problem with balancing, and I've explained how you can balance your account with ease. First of all, total all your analytical columns together, drop the totals. Come to your total column, add up everything, you will get your figure. To cross-check if your analysis column and your total column are equal, you have to add all your analysis column together and check if you get the same total you have in your total column. If there is discrepancy, it's not balanced, it means there is an error. You start checking your work all over again the way you saw me doing. You check everything again to see where the error is. And once you've discovered it, your account will be balanced. That is the first step. The second step is for you to take away this total away from the cash. Why do you need to take it away? This is the exact money the petty cashier has spent, 6,510 naira. And he was given 8,000 naira at the initial stage. So you take away what he spent from what he was given. The balance, you put it down. When you add it, you balance your account to give you the same amount that was given.